Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be a match between Tarson and Sziky here on Heartbreak Ridge. Left side, our yellow Terran, it is Tarson. He is Polish. And on the right side, the Hungarian Sziky, playing purple today. So a TVZ here on Heartbreak Ridge. I know we had one of these last week featuring In Control. And what was it? Phoenix, who's from Peru. So another foreigner TVZ on the same map. And I'm not entirely sure who's going to win today. Tarson is an excellent player from an excellent country for StarCraft players. And Sziky knows how to drop. So that gives him an edge over other Zerg players that do not know how to drop. Especially on this map. There is a wide open area that you can drop. Right? You know this map. Alright, so we're gonna drone scout? Okay. Drone scout, everyone. Drone scout Zergs. Sziky does it. You should too. Oh, a little bit of a proxy barracks here. Oh, okay, so let's see. Let's watch if Ziky's drone will see it. Come on, what do we got here? Gonna come in, and oh, this is so good. This is mind games, right? This is basically saying, oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. So now you're worried about a proxy, right? You're like, go find it. Send another drone around. Try to find. He's like looked up here, doesn't see anything that way. I mean, you're worried, right? So you throw down a pool. Oh, so you don't go hatch first. Going hatch first, if the Zerg player does that, your barracks is a little bit closer. So marine production or marine pressure and production, a little bit closer to the Zerg and a little more dangerous. I kind of like this. You don't see this very much, honestly. Again, this is probably closer to a 2009 replay than to anywhere close to today. So the meta has changed a little bit, but I like it in these games that came out, or the replays that happened before the remaster and casting them in the remaster client. So SCD comes in. I don't know. You're going to try to throw down a bunker? That'd be interesting. Yeah, the Marine heads the other way. Yeah, so recognizes this wasn't a hatch first play after all, which means the pool is probably almost done, which means the Marines just get head on back home. We'll flip the barracks on. Wall off the front here against any incoming Zergling pressure. And then carry on with our day. So, pretty chill. Kind of a bit of a mind game opening here from Tarson, obviously, but otherwise nothing too crazy. Getting a factory up pretty quickly here. So no sign of like a 2-racks pressure play. Engineering bay, you know, get that +1, get that stim. This really looks like maybe we're just going mech here. Mech, you know, you Terran fans really like it when the Terrans go mech against Zerg rather than trying to go for the 8-rack stuff, but I feel like in the hands of a good player, the 8-racks is pretty darn good. Like Effort, man, did you watch Effort versus Piano last week on Sunday? If you missed that one and you're a ZVT fan, boy howdy. You should give it a look. That was an incredible TVZ. So much pressure from both sides. Just excellent play all the way around. Can't recommend it enough. Anywho, factory done. Marines back here. This seems like it's... well, maybe not. Maybe it is a hard wall. Did we just open up a gap so the Lings can come through here and the Marines can shoot them because they're trying? Either way, Lings recognize there's not an expansion. The Overlord says that too. Terry, the Overlord, gets that scout off. And the starport coming in. So, wow. So 1-1-1 opening here. Barracks factory directly into starport. This, to me, feels like vulture drops. You're going really fast for vulture drops. Maybe you used a couple Marines you built, too, on the drop. Because any Zerg worth their salt is going to definitely throw up some defense at the front here, right? There's a Sunken at the front. But if you drop here, then suddenly your little Marine vulture army is 8,000 times better than it otherwise would be. So... so come on, Sunken finish, says Sziky. Come on, and it does. So takes a hit, got it back on out. This really feels like it. Making the command center inside the main base, so the Zerg player doesn't even know if it's on the way here. That does, you know, you're preparing at this point, right? Oh, it's a Wraith. I mean, sure, Wraith harassment's great against Zerg. It forces them to get a Hydralisk gun out or throw a Hydralisk den out or throw down a Spire. Or a Spore. I mean, there's options here, but the Zerg player doesn't want to do any of those things, really. They just want to make drones. And, like, maybe a couple Sunkens and some Lings to stay alive. They don't want to have to sacrifice drones for more static defense. They don't want to have to make a Hydralisk den this early. Maybe later, sure, but not right now. And the Wraith kind of forces them into that. So, Wraith awaiting launch orders. Heading out. Gonna try to see what he can do. You know, just one guy and effectively what is an airplane made out of paper mache. Very brave, these pilots, for sure. I mean, I think even Vultures are technically tankier than these Wraiths are. But, you know, the faster you are, the softer you are. That's how it works in the RTS. Anywho, gonna come in. I mean, it takes like 8 shots to kill a drone. It's just so many hits to kill a drone. You're not even gonna really try. I mean, scouting is the first priority. Ah, yes. Overlord's the second priority, because it only takes you... Well, I guess it is about 8 hits to kill an Overlord as well. But Overlords have so much HP, it's a more effective use of your time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 11? My gosh, it's 11. But again, Overlords have so much more HP than drones do. It's not really a fair comparison. And we are meching. Vulture working on Spider Mine upgrade here. Well, there is an engineering bay and an armory. Engineering bay could just be preparing for eventual Mutalisks, but I mean, the Spire's done, so hey, why not? We're making 5 Mutalisks. We're getting some Scourge here. Yeah, if your enemy is going to open up Wraith, and getting some Mutas out is not a terrible idea. So engineering bay got to finish, and turret production needs to begin now, because there's Mutas in production. They're going to start flying across here instantaneously. There's one here. Got to get one at the natural base. I'm not sure that 3 Marines are going to keep anything alive here at all. Scourger hunting for that Wraith. And the Wraith is like way down here. Oh, the Overlord sees it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you want to hold oh, that's so dead. You're so dead. Dead. Yep. Saw that, future. And a Valkyrie is on the way. So Tarson going Valks to help with the Mutalisks. Interesting, interesting. This is before they found the little Valkyrie micro trick that is fairly new in StarCraft. So Valkyries are not very common here. That bunker is not done. Oh, it finishes. It finishes, and there's 2 Marines inside. And there's a Valkyrie. So, get on out. Love that. Man, Terran fans have got to be really happy about this opening from Tarson. He's got, I mean, just beautiful. Valkyrie stuff, Wraith stuff. Did the Wraith die for no reason? Probably. Probably could have pulled back, maybe been saved by one of these turrets at this bunker or something, but who knows? Who actually knows if that would have been a thing? Third base on the way from Sziky. I love Zicky's micro. I haven't cast a Sziky game in a while, and I probably should. More often than not here. So, Vultures, no, they can't really do much. But they're going to go ahead and try to bruise up this hatchery. Maybe kill one of these eggs, but backed into a corner. And absolutely executed by said Mutalisks. Alright, so what are we doing over here, Tarson? It feels like you're meching, but yeah, alright, got your Goliaths out to deal with the aforementioned Mutas. This is very similar to the In Control versus Phoenix game that I posted last week on Thursday. Like, really similar. I mean, I'm not sure if there was a Valkyrie out from Phoenix or not, but it was definitely a Mutalisk opening from In Control and then Goliaths, if nothing else. Oh yeah, Valkyrie stuff here. Oh, Kumbao is running from the, or she's running from the Scourge, rather. Okay, alright. Scourge getting picked off by turrets. Oh, they get the Valk, though. That hurts. Some Muta's definitely dead, but all of the Goliaths are dead, and the Valk is gone, too. And the Muta's are like, I guess we're killing a factory. And then another Valkyrie shows up, and they're trying to fancy micro here, but oh, gosh. Yeah, we don't have quite the fancy, I don't even know what they call it. But so when the Valk comes in, and as it's hurrying away, that's when it fires. It requires some very specific, very elite level micro to pull it off, but it's definitely very good. And has allowed Valkyries to be a little bit more better. Oh, English is hard. Than they were at this time in the game. So it's interesting to see Tarson using them, actually. Okay, so double Valk engaging here. See, and then you would turn and fire. You wouldn't have to turn and then come back and then fire. It would just be as you're leaving, turn, fire, and like you're basically facing the other way when the rockets come out. It's tricky. I don't know the exact method of using it, but definitely pretty darn powerful. I guess we don't see it a whole ton in more recent TVZs either, so I'm not sure if that fell out of favor, but I remember Day9 talking about it in the 2017 Holiday Bash. which I've been rewatching over the last couple days or so. And man, if you haven't watched the Holiday Bash, it's on Day 9's YouTube channel. If you search StarCraft Holiday Bash, it's like the first thing that comes up is Day 9's YouTube video of it, and it's just such a great time. It's effectively just Day 9 tasteless, Artosis, and In Control hanging out, right? Hanging out, talking about StarCraft, how much they love it, busting each other's balls. I mean, just having such a great time with each other and their love of StarCraft. And like Day 9's moved on since then, and In Control passed away. And it's just, I don't know, it's just heartwarming. It's very wholesome to see those four really enjoying just hanging out, just talking about StarCraft with each other on like a random December Tuesday, you know? Anyway, it's Hydra Mutalisk. Okay, fair enough, I guess. We're trying it here. The Hydras are trying to focus down the Valks. The bunker is still alive. The Mutals are all very dead, and I think the Hydras need to get out of here, and they are. They killed the bunker. There's only a couple Marines remaining, but I mean, these guys aren't incredibly healthy, so that's not great for them. But this fourth base up from Sziky, I don't know. There's not a third base from Tarson. The Queen's Nest is on the way here from Sziky. Economically speaking, Zicky's ahead. But that engagement, I feel like, really went Tarson's way. That was a heck of a lot of Mutalisks that died, and a bunch of Hydras, too. Keeping these ones alive was nice, mind you. Did a Spider Mine just kill a Hydralisk? I think it certainly did. Anyway, third gas coming in from the Zerg, which is always nice. Once the Zerg's up to 3 gas, they feel much happier about their lives. Fourth gas, even better. Like, 2 gas is rough. So it's just this hybrid comp. Marine, tank, Valkyrie with Goliath, and we're pumping Marines back home. So who says that Terran can't tech switch? That's exactly what he's doing. He's got his 6th Rax on the way. He's making siege tanks. He's tech switched entirely away from this kind of mech opening into more of a Marine tank thing, which is pretty darn good against Mass Hydra. Lurkers are going to be good. Like, Lurker Aspect, when that finishes, is going to be awesome. He just sets up on this high ground position. These Hydras, they should not have engaged there at all. And these ones, I don't know. I mean, Sunken Support is going to help a lot right here, especially at this stage of the game where the upgrades are not good for anybody. The Marines are at +1 attack. The Goliaths have 0/0 upgrades. But the Sunken gets focused down, and I think this 12 o'clock base of Zicky's is just going to die. I'm not sure if there's any saving at all. God, these Overlords pop at the absolute worst place. But reinforcements coming in. I mean, it's 4 Hydralisks. Sziky, buddy, this is not going to work out for you, friendo. Yeah, this is why I like these Foreigner games. You just kind of get a little bit of a weirder edge to them. The Korean stuff can feel a little bit samey sometimes, but man, it's higher level play, so that kind of makes up for it, right? Dude, these drones, do they know they're dead? I think they do. I think they're very aware that they are dead. The hunt is on. We're fox hunting here, or drone hunting here. Oh, one's allowed to live. One is allowed to live to send a message to the others. And honestly, Sziky might want to just expand here. That would be interesting, I gotta say. Defiler Mound on the way from Sziky, 92 to 71 total supply. Yeah, once the Terran switches in, they're basically just pumping as many Marines as he can. Sure, he's going to have a bigger lead here, but Lurkers are really cost efficient against these Marines. Dark Swarm makes the Lurkers 1,000,000,000 times better against the Marines, and Adrenal Glands is coming in here too. So Zicky's about to kind of flip the script here with this Maginot line setup of Lurkers. Oh, Lurker Trap it. Are there? Oh, he scanned and he runs right in. I don't know about that. All right, siege tanks siege up in range. And there is, my gosh, is that off the map? Some of these units are going off the screen. The Hydras, I don't know, not bad against this number of tanks when they're unsupported, but the Marines are right here. They're willing to jump in. Yeah, I mean, you got to unburrow the Lurkers and pull them back at this point. There we go. So unburrowing them, pulling them back. We've got the Consume on the way. 116 to 80 supply here. Tarson is just looking strong. He's got 1-1 on his Marines now. His medics have an armor upgrade. This group heading down to try to maybe harass the natural base, while the third is under direct assault by a huge group of yellow Terrans on the sky. And this lurker ended up killing a medic that was a little out in front and jumping on it. There's the Dark Swarm run! Abort, abort, abort! The siege tank need to unsiege and get out of here. Okay, well, they're just going to die then. I mean, that is 100% a dead... Is that not in range of this lurker? I guess not. Who needs a second Dark Swarm? We do! We do! This group kills a couple lurkers. You know, slowly pushing right now. But again, Dark Swarm against this Marine heavy comp changes everything for the Zerg. They really... That's why they focus so much on getting up here as fast as they can. Because the game changes. Still no third base, which I'm really surprised about from Tarson. I feel like you've got the Zerg player on the ropes. You've got enough money to do it. So yeah, it's happening now. Maybe. This SCV was thinking about it and then was like, nah, never mind. Trying to push into this third base. Lings with Adrenal. And now the sandwich. Left side, right side, let's go. Those Lings did they not even attack? Did they just run through here and die? Apparently. 1-1 Lings with Adrenal. Not incredibly strong, but good. Okay, but no, really, friendo. You need to expand here. Okay, so now he's doing it at 16 minutes. 16 minutes. Dude, that science vessel is wholly open to attack right now. So fourth base down, bottom right, Sziky takes, which just got scouted by Tarson. He might divert some units down there to take it out because there's nothing to defend it here at all. A Nidus would help. And the tech exists to go for one. There it is. Nidus Canal on the way, then you have to make another one down here. And I don't know. This might work out for you. Science vessel down. Get it. Good. Oh, what? He went left. Why did that Scourge go left? Just hangs a right here and everything's cool. Oh, the Nidus is not happening, Sziky. Sziky, no. Dark Swarm up. Get out of there. And Science Vessel catches the second Scourge and goes down. Go consume, 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 consume. Second Dark Swarm, pop it here. Excellent. Ling's trying to run on in. Stay out of the Dark Swarm. That's what this is all about. Staying out of the Dark Swarm. There you go. Engaging. Oh, Spider Mine. Connecting in a couple of those medics that wouldn't have died otherwise. And yeah, this bottom right dies because there's not a Nidus here. Why is this paused? There must have been a Ling attack down this way. Start it again, Tarson. I know you're busy doing a million other things right now, but you need to put this SCV to work. Give an SCV right here. Okay, if Sziky wins this space, or wins this game rather, it's going to be because Tarson never got a third base. I'm really shocked here at 18 minutes he doesn't have one. Yeah, once the tanks are down and suddenly you're just going with Marines. Difficult. Plague's on the way. We'll get some Plague-oo here. Yes, he did it. He did the thing. All right, excellent. I don't even know. I might have even just been a single Zergling coming down this way. Stopping construction on this. And then a Vulture came in to clear it out, right? So 3 base to technically 3 base right now. 42 to 32 workers. Not incredibly high econ at this stage of the game either. Valkyries are out hunting overlords. Wow. Okay, that doesn't supply block Sziky. Honestly, not even close. Hydras are out, though. They just sniped a Science Vessel, too. This is kind of nuts. So it's still 3 base to 3 base. The Terran has more workers, which is not great for the Zerg player at 20 minutes. At 80 total supply for the Zerg player, which is also bad for him at 20 minutes. mean, these Marines are just sort of attacking into Dark Swarm lurkers. So, like, no, I guess, is how I would express this. Another tank's gonna die to lurker spines, which is never a good thing. Expanding top left is Sziky. I mean, it's not exactly abject chaos, but this game has been pretty back and forth. A lot of bases have died. Oh, these lings are running. Oh, he's gonna drag a spider mine into the... Oh, almost caught all of these SCVs dragging a spider mine into them and engaging on the lings. That would have been such an incredibly lucky, sick play. Dude, these lurkers need to get out of here. We're boxer maneuvering. Lift the command center. All right, this is chaos now. Tarson does not lift the third CC, and in fact is on 2 bases, and by that I mean he's on 1 base because his main is mined out. Not happening for him right now. He's keeping up on his upgrades. He's got +3 attack and +1 armor on his Marines. His tanks have no upgrades whatsoever. This group of lings is going to pay the ultimate price, the iron price, for destroying that command center. But you still have to build a new one. Or maybe just float it down from your main, because as I mentioned, mined out. Top left base, Sziky's defending it with Hydras and Lurkers fairly effectively anyway. He's given himself some breathing room. He might be able to expand bottom right here too. $103 to 96 supply. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this one. This has been absolutely crazy. And again, this is what I like about the Foreigner plays. Ah, Science Vessel dies to Hiders. Like, that doesn't happen if it's like Flash, right? Or if it's like Piano or Last or Light, those 2 L elite Terran players. Oh, this is beautiful lurker positioning. If you're not babysitting your Marines, they're just gonna die because they're gonna wander through spines here. Look at how even the supply is right now. Sziky was down big time a couple minutes ago. He's kind of managed to bring it back. This isn't... I mean, I'm gonna stop saying that, but I'm really entertained by this game. I have no idea who's gonna win. I mean, I would say that Tarson has it. He's making really good trades, but it's a little sloppy by him. He keeps losing science vessels in kind of dumb ways. His third base is only just now back at 22 minutes. Spider mines are getting cleared out by Zerglings, sacrificing their bodies for that very purpose. Great. We'll trade. We'll trade lings for spider mines. But I don't think you're making any more vultures. So as long as the spider mines are dying, we're good about it. I think that was an SCV who wanted to expand up here and just got absolutely lurkered to death. And not really making any more... Oh, we are making more vultures. Okay, so this is, again, hybrid stuff. If you're going hybrid stuff, I'd at least get a +1 attack for your mech, but he just doesn't have a ton of income right now. So, yeah, his natural base is done. So he's on 1 base. Dude, is Sziky just going to win this game? This guy's been up here for a while, and he's very dead. He's got +2/+2. This Valkyrie's casually got 4 kills, and these Overlords are like, hey, come shoot at us too. 2 for 1. The splash damage way more effective when we stack up like this, isn't it? Yes, yes, it is. Ultralisks are on the way. Anabolic synthesis being researched. 108 to 101 supply. Dude, the supply. Okay, this is Sziky just not recognizing that he's getting supply blocked by this one hero Valkyrie commander with 7 kills. Oh, gets 8 on her last breath. Gets her 8th kill. 8 kills is nuts. Nice plague. Something else died here. A lot of lings died here. The blood splatter analysis is lings. And a defiler went down. Oh, the plague is so good. The plague is so good. Alright. Dark Swarm on a radiated Ultralisk. Spider Mine connects on that Ultra. Spider Mines are good. Like, there's a reason we're still making some vultures here. It's because Spider Mines are great against Ling Ultra. He doesn't want to commit to straight up mech at all. He's going Marines, and there are vultures in production right now. No, top left base is going to die. Once again, having a Nidus at this base would really assist you in being able to keep these outlying bases alive, Sziky, and I know you know that. I'm just saying, Nidus reinforcement is good. Dude, these guys keep getting plagued, but you know what? You still do full damage when you're plagued. Oh, this is a lot of Ultralisks, though. Oh, connecting. Ah, Science Vessel down. This Dark Swarm, though, just changes everything, and this whole group's dead. That's it. The medics can run, but I mean, they're just trying to heal each other, which really just solidifies their death. So top left base lives, thanks to some Plague and Dark Swarm and Ultra stuff. And at this stage, I gotta say, I think Zyky's got it. Still only a 1-base play right now from Tarson, and we are on 2 mining bases. There's still minerals inside the natural base, which is Zyky intentionally doing it? Maybe. Maybe not. Top left, mining happily here too. Brand new source of income from Zyky. Very new, very fresh. Will be of value to him for some time. What is this? I like this one Ultralisk being like, I got it! Leroy Jenkins! That was a Leroy Jenkins Ultralisk if ever I've seen one. Ya caramba. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, so while these Marines die, quick plug for the store, Falcon Paladin .store. That's the whole URL, everyone. That's it. Falcon Paladin, period, store. You can find all sorts of cool stuff there. Hats, hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, pillows. StarCraft and Falcon Paladin related. Check it out today. We'll ship anywhere on Earth except for like North Korea, I think, and maybe Mongolia. And you can also buy with your own currency, which is kind of neat. FalconPaladin.store. Titanus plating on the way. I mean, this Ultra's good, but these dudes have +3 attack and stim. Yeah, like the Ultras, okay, the Ultras on their own, not super great here when they're this outnumbered, but inside Dark Swarm, they are the gods. They're killing machines, and they're doing great. This Dark Swarm placement by Zyky, he knows exactly what to do. He knows exactly where to place Dark Swarm. Oh, this is bad. Bad from Tarson. He realizes it and backs out. Center. Okay, this is... Zyky's expanding to the center. Everybody knows what that means. I've cast enough games on Heartbreak Ridge to tell you exactly what that means. You know, I've said it 1,000 times, but it means someone's either super ahead or super behind. And I think this is Zyky feeling he's super ahead. He's taking this. He could take this 12 o'clock. He could try to take the 6 o'clock, but you know what he says? Nah. Let's take the center. Let's be absolutely in your face about this. Which, super risky. Did that Spider-Man just connect on all those Marines? Yeah, I mean, these Lings have got upgrades for days right now. They got the 3-3. They're the full cracklings. And that's it, man. Tarson, GG's out, wants a rematch. Zyky says, okay. Let's go. The game name is KLE and the password is 909. So GG. Zyky comes out on top of a pretty scrappy game for something that lasted for 28 minutes. Usually scrappy games are like 17, 18, 19 minutes long, and then it kind of settles into like more of a macro style thing. But yeah, man, this base died. This base died. I mean, he held on to this top left base, but I mean, that's the only one of anything outside of the top 3 that stayed alive for any length of time, it feels like. And then Tarson's inability to hold on to this third and then just never get a fourth. That was it. He was done. Economically, that was an economic loss for sure. Some sick spell casting from both players here. Zyky's Dark Swarm placement and Plagues were magnifique. The Science Vessel plays with the Irradiates were also very, very good from Tarson, but he just, I don't know, like there's a reason you don't see this kind of in-between committal to bio versus mech, right? You can't, it's hard to upgrade them both. It's hard to pump them out both on 3 bases in the numbers that you want. But he wanted the Spider Mines, he wanted the tank shots, but he wanted a ton of Marines and medics as well. So end of the day, the mech has no upgrades whatsoever. The Marines are at 3-3, which that doesn't show because when the game's over, the upgrades go stupid. But yeah, the Lurker, I mean, you might say, but Falcon, look at what Zyky could do. He went Lurker Hydra and Ling Ultra, and that's actually fair. It's a fair point. He does have some Lurker Hydra out here. More importantly, you know, defending this top left base, which was really, really important to Zyky throughout the last 5 minutes of this game. But yeah, it was largely Hydra Lurker, and then when he started making Ultras, he kind of stopped with the Lurker stuff, right? It was Lings there for the mineral dump, Ultras for the gas that he was getting. He was floating, well, I guess 1,000 gas isn't much floating here. Yeah, so spending his money pretty darn well. Some pretty darn good engagements there, too. There were a couple times where both players made some really big mistakes, like sending a single Ultralisk into the Terran army by himself was not great. And then, I mean, I'm pretty sure what happened here was a Spider Mine got triggered on like 8 Marines and they all died. So that was rough. But there's a lot going on, a lot to keep track of. And these guys, they're just human, man. StarCraft players are human, just like you and me. So 28 minutes there. 154,000 points there from Sziky, 138 from Tarson. Outproduced the Terran, 499 to 388, which is interesting. Tarson killed more stuff, but got outproduced by about 100 units. So that's going to be our math for today. Resources, 38,000 to 51,000 on the score, but 36,000 spent to 50 spent for Sziky, which is a massive advantage in a TVZ. And yeah, just denying that third base and never letting Tarson even get close to sniffing a fourth base. That was it. Those were the keys today. So well done, like incredibly well done by Sziky there. I continue to love this guy. He didn't do any drops, but that's okay. You can't drop in every game. People will get used to it. Maybe that's something that people think. But anywho, that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.